Oh, this time is for good.
Welcome to Inside the Ant Farm.
Hi guys, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Mike's not much bigger than I am.
Yeah, I should have leveled that up before I did anything. Hold on. Get ready to get sick, viewers.
Hopefully you're not already drunk, 'cause then you would probably just puke there.
There we go. Now we're in the picture. Look at this, Matt. I think you're wearing the hair off again. Whoa, whoa. We're both going slightly bald.
Yes, a little bit. I have a large forehead now.
Keep talking, brother.
Thanks.
I gotta find my
Oh, make sure we have our beer bottle too. What do we got today?
We got some Boulder Beer 35th Anniversary Ale Imperial Black IPA.
That's why you poured me a little bit more than you. I understand that because I love IPAs that are black.
You just like black, usually like anything cylindrical and black, usually.
You're right.
Prost.
I'm going to pour this in my face. Thank you. Prost.
Mmm.
Ooh.
That's very
It's like a porter mixed with an IPA. That's really good.
Yeah, that's. I think that's kind of like the black IPA.
It's good. It's good taste.
Nice, smoky. Also a little bit hoppy.
And different than we were drinking earlier. We're gonna have the other beer we were drinking earlier on a later podcast.
We need to wait. We need to wait that one out.
We have to make sure we have something with no hops. For
we haven't had palate wrecker on the.
That's almost that is like a.
Have you had the palate wrecker before?
with a Cascazilla or something like that.
Yeah, no, definitely not quite palate wrecker. Palate wrecker will literally wreck your tongue. Like you
I don't think I've ever had palate wrecker because you know how much I don't like hops.
We're gonna do it. Challenge accepted. We're still very sepia.
I'm just gonna be like this, like
we're very sepia again. I don't know how this is.
No, that's all right. That's good enough.
Yeah, that's
just make sure I'm.
So, man, how you been? How you been, big guy?
I'm good. I actually drove to Beacon Skip by myself today to get some Honeycrisp.
Because you're killing it as a person. You just had no friends. You're just going by yourself.
Well, yeah, we want to make sure Aiden's in his daycare every day because it's like a pre-K. Basically, so he's learning a lot of stuff. So I don't want to take him out. So I was like, but I really want Honeycrisp, and they always are out within 3 days. So.
Because they're delicious.
I drove there real quick, and there's galas were also there, so I got some galas. Because the galas are little, so they're good for him.
Oh, I know. Galas.
The Honeycrisp are as big as your head, so. But
brought us a couple.
Bring them some apples.
I devoured mine. It was delicious.
Yeah.
Nice and red. It's hard to tell from the lighting, but they're nice and red.
But other than that, I mean, just chilling, working on my shirt, man. I really got to grind it out because I'm almost completely finished. I'm probably about 98% of the way finished with the front. The back's probably about 45, 50-ish. But then I have to tie them together. I got to work the LEDs in to the front. And then if I'm going to do accoutrement, like something on the belts, I got to.
And you're wearing just tights in the bottom, right?
No, I have my Renaissance pants. I really want to do some kind of armor for my legs at some other point. I'm not going to get there. There's no way it's going to work. So I got my cool boots that I already have. So I'm gonna wear them, and
what's your color scheme?
It's mostly black and very dark gray. That's from the Lego Movie.
Oh, man, I see it.
Right. And then I was gonna do red for the bat symbol, like a Batman Beyond type thing, but the red LED I got was very orangish. Uh-oh. So I ordered the clear, the regular white LED. So it's almost like a blue color.
And you have the orange one for Halloween.
Well, Aiden really likes it too, so he might just play with it. Whatever. I got Aiden's costume pieces, so he's got his Doctor and his Harry Potter. The Harry Potter group that he really liked last year is going to be there again. And the Ninja Turtles are going to be there, but I think it's just the voice characters. One of them being Seth Green, who's going to be the new Leonardo, I guess, instead of Jason Biggs in the next season of the animated series.
Well, is Jason Biggs' career killing it right now? Where's he going?
Maybe he got fired for his comments on the Malaysia flight. I don't know, but
I hope not, because that would be really dumb.
It would be, but
they found the plane.
Seth Green's Leonardo now.
You know what would be better if Seth Rogen was,
Hey
guys. Guys.
He'd be Michelangelo if he was anything.
This is a flogger.
Pizza dude and weed.
They call this thing a flogger.
Did you hear he got hired as the rapper Waka Flocka's? He was hiring a personal blunt roller for $50,000 a year, someone to roll his blunts, and Seth Rogen applied and got the job. So I don't know if he follows him around or something.
Why not?
To do it.
Why not?
I don't know how that works with scheduling conflicts or $50,000 a year. I'd roll his blunts. That's all I'm saying. I'd become an expert.
I do other things. What?
It's better than what I'm
Who's
making.
Flocka Waka, by the way?
Waka Flocka. He's a rapper.
Flocka!
Flocka Flocka? He's like,
dressed in
oh,
Fozzie
that's
Bear.
my favorite
Yeah.
Fozzie Bear character. Flocka Waka Waka. He's a rapper, Mike. He's in, okay? He's up there with Wiz Khalifa.
Hey, I actually know who Wiz Khalifa is, so... I like.
Well, how are you
Waka
doing, buddy?
Flocka.
How are you doing, by the way?
A lot of work going on, Matt. We got some basketball packages going on sale at work. No Duke, which everyone is very upset about, because Duke we're gonna sell,
For a premium price, probably, yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that. But so there's a lot of
people
buzz at
camping
work.
out for V-Nova tickets.
No one camps out for Vino.
Oh, what? Who was camping?
You mean Notre Dame?
Was it Notre Dame?
Yeah,
Oh, somebody told me it was
at MetLife
Villanova.
Stadium. No,
Oh.
MetLife Stadium.
Oh, somebody told me it was Villanova. I was like, okay,
No,
I guess.
basically, what we had 200. Arlo's Army and the University Union sponsored 4 buses that had 50 spots each. So we had 200.
That's cool.
200 tickets, and we're like, we're gonna get rid of these tickets in like 5 minutes, and then we're gonna have no tickets, and we had like 60 bus tickets left.
I was saying there wasn't that many people camping out. That's the worst
There
part.
was like 140 though. There was like
the worst
140.
part is those people are camping out, and then they could have just waited to get those tickets.
No, they could have easily waited. Yeah.
It was cold that night too. I heard.
We actually ran out of tickets. We just ran out of tickets today,
Oh,
and the camping out was yesterday.
Yeah, no, because I came in like, oh, there's people camping out the dome for Villanova tickets. I'm like, Villanova? I'm like, I don't think, okay.
We don't Villanova!
I'm like, basketball, okay, it's a decent rivalry, but why would you camp out for those tickets?
It's not really that decent. It's pretty
Well, that used to be one of our bigger rivalries.
yeah,
actually.
back when we sucked, yeah.
Back when we were Big East. It was Big East. But I remember because I had to stand in the court and they were worried about people rushing the court, and then we lost. And I was like, thank you for losing!
We're going to rush the opposite direction.
Yeah, I was like, please leave! Because I'm standing here next to the hoop. And if these people rush me, what am I going to do? Stop!
No! Oh, the guy in Austin Powers with a steamroller going, no! Stop!
Hold!
Okay, let's get to some news, big guy. Get this rolling. What do you got, Matt? What do you got? Our topic is going to be Destiny. We're going to talk about Destiny. We both played it. We're both in the end game now. Matt's we not max level characters. Max is.
I have 2 really fun, fantastic things that aren't related to each other, so it's good. Actually, they are related to each other because they're both about Assassin's Creed things. Assassin's Creed centric. The first one,
chill over here.
The first one is about the Assassin's Creed movie that is slated to come out next year. Do you know who's been cast in it already?
Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender's been cast as Desmond Miles, the main character.
It's me, Desmond Miles.
Like, who has no personality, so I'm not sure. Yeah. What I'm thinking is they're going to do is
they're going to write something for me for
I'm thinking when he goes back in time, they're still going to use his face. That's what I think they're going to do.
No,
they'll be the Ezio Auditore back in time.
That's what they did with... basically, it was the same face for him and for...
Altair.
Altair, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And then... but now they're going to have a Leonardo da Vinci character, who a lot of people are thinking, since, kind of in Assassin's Creed in the Revelations, he doesn't really do much. He's a very prominent character, but he's more of a side character. So they're thinking he might be like the person who kind of acclimates him to the Animus. But Robert Downey Jr. is going to play Leonardo da Vinci.
We have a Hulk.
That's right. Leonardo da Vinci is not going to be played by Leonardo DiCaprio, which would have been actually kind of fun.
That would have been perfect casting.
Exactly,
they have the same first name. Leonardo? What?
I actually kind of like it. I think that they could do something really cool with Robert Downey Jr. The only thing is I can't see him doing an accent.
Well, Matt, he played a great Sherlock Holmes.
I can't see him doing like an Italian accent. I don't.
They don't need him. Matt, it's an American movie.
He's like, hey, I'm Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, I'll do whatever I want.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm also Iron Man. I have an Iron Man suit.
I'm Tony Stark, Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, watch.
You'll watch it. You'll pay boatloads of cash to see me here.
Yeah, just me here. It's not really fast. It's really fast but very concise.
By the way, whoever writes in the comments, you can say whose Robert Downey Jr. impression was better.
Robert Downey Jr. off. Yeah. No, come on. I even look kind of more
Do
like
Sean
him.
Connery.
We're not doing Sean Connery.
There's no Sean Connery impression.
I kind of sound like Gandalf, but that's okay.
How can you finish your Sean Connery off?
Okay, so Matt,
Okay.
I have some very exciting news, Matt. They have a little more news about True Detective season 2.
Okay, I heard a little bit about this. Okay.
Very interesting. So the
very
cast so far, 2 of the main players are going to be Colin Farrell, Vince Vaughn.
Colin Farrell was announced a couple weeks ago. Vince Vaughn just announced, and
he was rumored for a while, and you're
Yeah.
like, that's not going to happen. There's
Yeah,
no way
yeah.
they're going to... That guy's not... He's
now are we going to
doing
see
drugs,
Vince
mainline
Vaughn
drugs.
from old school, or are we?
So there's a little information on what characters they're playing. That's what I wanted to bring up because
Vince Vaughn plays a funny man.
So Colin Farrell's playing a compromised cop who's torn between the crooked cops he works with and a mobster who's blackmailing him. Uh-oh. So that's like a little tension there.
Vince Vaughn plays a funny man who is
basically the story for season 2 is going to be 3 cops and 1 criminal whose lives are all changed when due to a murder that happens. And so Vince Vaughn plays the criminal that was just mentioned. His empire, he's built this empire over it. Like a career criminal, built this empire, but it starts to crumble because his business partner, I guess, it seems like his business partner was the guy that did like the legitimate end, like the laundering and stuff for his business. It gets murdered, so this brings attention onto him. And what's he gonna do? How's he gonna get out of it? Is he gonna have some quippy lines?
He will.
Is fucking what's his name? Foggy Nelson gonna show up? I don't know.
Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau. Is he gonna show up? I don't know.
Hey, I'm the third cop.
God erase a tool. God erase a tool.
I'm the third cop, guys, and I'm also director. I'll direct at least 2 episodes. Okay.
That's actually a pretty good Jon Favreau.
Thank you. I've been working on that. Just in the mirror.
Especially with the boot, like showing his man boobs. Yeah. You couldn't see that, but he was actually doing this down here.
Just boobs.
As if he has
God
boobs.
erase a tool. You know what? It couldn't be worse than Mariah Carey dating Brett Ratner, which is the rumor right now that Mariah Carey is dating Brett goddamn Ratner.
Well, she's they're both fucking messes.
Yeah,
anyway.
but Brett Ratner, come on.
Brett Ratner is probably going to put Mariah Carey
That's like dating Fat Jonah Hill. Doesn't it make any sense?
Brett Ratner is probably going to direct Sucker Punch 2 and put her as the lead. So there you go. Because he takes all the shitty franchises and makes them shittier.
Makes me so sad. Like, why? Like, no human being should be with that man. He's a train wreck of a human being.
He has drugs. He's like,
I got cocaine. She's like, I'm in.
Yeah. That's why she left Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's like, I don't do drugs. Like, oh, see you later. Sorry.
And you're like, well, Nick Cannon's a tool. Oh, wait, never mind. Nick Cannon was God compared to this guy.
I'd watch Drumline more before I watched Speed 2. Huh? Speed 2. So.
Yeah.
I saw Speed 2 in theater.
Yeah, sucked. Does not change that it sucked.
It was a very good ship.
So did you hear about Blizzard canceling their MMO?
MMO was it called Titans?
Yes, it was never formally announced, but it was rumored for a very long time, over 7 years, to be the spiritual successor to WoW, because WoW is such an aging franchise.
But the thing is, they keep updating WoW. They keep bringing new life into it. I mean, they still got a lot of subscribers, no matter how many people they've lost. They have a ton of subscribers.
Not 11 million, but still like
they're
1
still
million.
up there in the top 5 MMOs.
Oh, definitely,
right now.
Definitely, I agree. But the thing is they wanted this new thing to be very integrative and have all these things. And so this thing got canceled, though, formally and officially. They had some information, of course, leak out about it. So originally, it was supposed to be like a sci-fi MMO set in modern day.
Okay.
3 factions
like a secret world
in the near future Earth. Kind of. It sounded like from what they were talking about. Basically, you could be... There's a couple classes, like Ranger and Jumper were 2 ones. And Ranger is basically like a sniper kind of guy that can turn invisible.
And Jumper anywhere is possible, yeah.
Jumper he's basically an agile scout, but he can
anywhere
also teleport.
Possible. Anywhere is possible.
Exactly. Like Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, you also, besides the class, you could have like really weird, like just random mundane jobs, like a butcher, engineer, or entrepreneur.
That was fucking awesome!
Just chopping meat all day.
Just chop that meat.
Oh, you want this fine cut of meat?
He's like murders people and he keep whacking and smacking and hacking.
Yep, that's what I'm saying, man.
That would have been awesome.
Yeah.
I like the idea of...
By the way, that was a great song reference, by the way. 2 points to the Fallout 3 song reference.
I like the idea of a modern day or near future Earth.
I have to call this one Butcher Pete now. How's it going?
I love Butcher Pete. It's a great song. But I love the idea of a near future Earth with like sci-fi stuff. I love that. Yeah. That's why I love the concept of Secret World. I wish the gameplay was better.
Basically, the factions could take control of different parts of the world, like actual parts of the world in the game. And how that worked.
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of like a big game of risk that ever changing type.
Another interesting tidbit that came out of that is you could actually, with other players, you could make an NPC family by like if you met a girl in game, a guy playing a girl, then you could like start a family with that person, like a sim, like Sims, and you could have like an NPC child.
Holy shit!
Yeah, like there was this crazy banana stuff.
Deep as shit.
And so basically they had like another thing was they had like a first or third person perspective depending on what mode you were in. So like in the world you'd probably like in the shooting world, but then in the hubs you'd be in third person so you could see your character and stuff.
You know that would be great for the headset, the 3D headset.
Yeah, definitely, like a Morpheus kind of thing.
Yeah.
What was it? The reason it got canceled, they said, is because they couldn't find the fun. Is what they said. Basically, like they couldn't find what gave it that it factor.
No, that's true.
By the way, this is the only company that can do this in the world. Blizzard, Activision, because they have more money than God currently. Probably more money than Apple.
Wow, just keeps making them money.
Yeah, So they can develop a game for 7 years and then cancel it.
I can't even imagine how much money they spent on that. Before
It had to be millions up into...
Could be $100 million.
Yeah.
And
just cancel it. Crazy.
But they're still making money. And WoW has been around for... We were in college when WoW came out.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we were in college.
15 years,
I was an early adopter of that game.
Yeah, we actually were beta testers.
We were some gnomes.
We beta tested
some gnomes.
Nomero, my boy.
That's right.
Yeah. We beta tested that game. I mean, that's how long ago that was. We were kids.
A gnome named Nomero. God,
I love Nomero.
I was to punch you in the nuts for that name, though.
He was awesome.
I'm a human named Humano.
In that one PvP board, I just hide in the corner and then I go into the wall and you can see me.
That's such an exploit. Just lay down.
I just sit there with the flag for like an hour.
That's such an exploit.
I also have another Assassin's Creed news. For the Season Pass, they announced what comes with the Season Pass for Assassin's Creed Unity. They had a couple cool missions that they're adding, another like skin or character or something like that. But the coolest thing was they had a mission that was in China with a new Chinese character.
Is his name Ching?
No. It was like Tin Sao or something.
Ching.
But it showed a couple pictures of it. It looked
Bing
cool. I was like, this is kind of cool. It's a place they haven't explored. I think they're kind of setting it during Marco Polo times.
That's fine.
So there might be like...
maybe Marco Polo's the bad guy. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, who knows? He could be a Templar. He could be a Templar, It looked kind of cool. And I'm pretty excited about the game anyway.
Or Twist, the Chinese guy.
Are you going to be borrowing that game from me when I get it? Is that the game you're going to be borrowing from me?
If you get the disc version.
No, I'm probably going to get this version. Because I'm probably going to do it through GameStop. Oh, speaking of which, I ordered a blue Superman... sport, one of those sport like air wicking shirts, because I had the 15,000 GameStop points. So
because you got the
yeah.
I was like, how the fuck did you get 50,000? Because I have 8,000.
I got 5,000 for ordering that.
Nice.
By the way, I had to spend $500 to get 5,000 points. So it's like if you have 60,000 points to get a controller, like so that means I have to spend like $6,000.
Am I buying GameStop?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
I have to spend $60,000 at GameStop to get 60,000 points. So that doesn't make
to get a controller.
Well, that's not going to happen. Sorry, GameStop, but I'm a little ashamed that I had 1,500 points. Okay,
there's only 1,500?
No. So 60,000 would be $6,000, but still $6,000.
You had 1,500.
I had 1,500. Yeah.
Oh, I have a ton more than that.
No, I had 1,200. Or no, it was 1,000. It was 1,000. I'm sorry.
Oh, it was 1,000. I have 8,000.
No, I had.
And I can get like a keychain.
I had 15,000. It was 12,000 for that.
Like wow, an Assassin's Creed keychain.
They had a couple like decent, cool things like like an Assassin's Creed letter opener. It looked like Altair's sword or something like that. But I think the shirt was. I was like, this is the best it's gonna get. I'm not gonna go for any higher. So
what do you got in there, Matt? Let's go. Let's keep moving.
Well, the only other thing I have is something that Dad mentioned to me. And he's like, I want you to talk about this in the podcast. And I was like, okay, I'll look into it. And it was actually kind of cool. There's this Star Trek fan film. And everybody knows Star Trek fan films come a dime a dozen. There's literally 1,000 of them out there.
We have that one. With the tribbles in it? Or we fuck the tribbles? The porno one. The one.
It's called The Trouble with Tribbles. Yeah.
There's no trouble at all.
It's just like the episode.
It said porn.
But it's called Anaxar. And so they had this movie come out, a 20-minute YouTube movie short come out called The Prelude to Anaxar. And it had Tony Todd, who is the dude who played... he's been in a bunch of stuff. I think he's the dude who played the Candyman.
Okay.
He's fucking scary.
Well, he plays the Admiral in this, and they had a couple other guys that were like in different episodes of Star Trek.
But he plays an Admiral that murders people, right? Like, it's like, and I'll murder you. Say my name 3 times. What?
But supposedly there's a Kickstarter in June for this thing, and they wanted to get $100,000. They're like, we need $650,000 to $750,000 to make this movie. But I think if they got it to 100,000, they might get like studios or somebody to give them more money. That's what they were trying to do.
Makes sense.
George Takei put on his page and said, "Hey, this looks like a really cool thing."
Oh my!
Made $680,000 in the Kickstarter, so they made all the money they needed to do this 90-minute film with graphics, with these actors that have been in Star Trek. So they're actually kind of making ultimately the best fanfic that's ever been made of Star Trek.
I'm still waiting on both my
cool.
Kickstarters. On a tangent there. I've bid 2 Kickstarters like maybe over a year ago.
And you're
now.
waiting for the gifts. What did you get? What did you bid?
Well, one of them was the Thrilling Adventure Hour. They did the concert movie and their comic book graphic novel.
Okay.
But the thing is they gave the graphic novels in January or not January. I think it was like March or April to everyone except for people that had the concert film level 2, which I did. And the concert film they're still making, and they're like, "Oh, we'll give them to you at the same time, so we don't have to pay shipping." Basically, that's what they said. But it's like, "Oh, so you're gonna have the experience at the same time," but they still haven't completed the concert film. So I'm just like,
do you want me to say something to Ben Acker and Ben Blacker when I meet them?
Matt, if you go there, you got to do this because not only is the Acker and Blacker going to be there, Paul F. Tompkins going to be there.
I'm definitely going. I want to go.
Markham Jackson.
Get
online early for that.
I love Patrick Brewster. She's awesome. She's in Criminal Minds.
Yeah, she wasn't. She actually wasn't. She was the only one that wasn't at ours. So.
She was just in the last episode of Drunk History that I just saw too.
I believe it.
I'm waiting on Tabletop Season 3. But they keep sending things like, "We're almost ready!" And it's like, okay. But at least they're updating you. They're like, "Okay, here's what we got to do, and we had to go to the distributor and do this." It's kind of cool if they're like, "Hey, we're keeping you in a loop. Sorry it's taking so long, but here's what's going on."
Well, my other thing, which they're doing the same thing with, is Dreamfall, the new Dreamfall.
Oh, yeah,
season.
I remember you talking about
and
that.
I'll definitely share that with you when I get there, because that was an amazing game. And you played the first
I
game.
did.
Yeah.
I did.
Just a fun adventure game set in like a quasi-futuristic, but also in a dream world, and a really great story. It was a really fun story. It's probably what got me into story and games was that game. Because before that, I played games in, arcadey type things, and some even with some story, but that had such an amazing story, and there wasn't a lot of gameplay.
Sure.
That it was just, but it was like, I really like story, and that's what I like about games, and it got me into like the whole headspace.
Sure.
Which leads us to a game that has a story as well. Actually, no, let's talk about Gotham first. We gotta talk about
Yes, we gotta talk about Gotham.
Get that out of the way, and real quick. What do you think of this first
Okay,
episode?
we both have now watched the pilot episode of Gotham. We have not talked about this yet.
Nope, you're not.
I
want to hear your thoughts on the pilot episode.
I'm gonna go like this first and do the Stefan.
Just a deep breath.
Okay. There is a lot of potential in this. I'm going to go with the good first, I think. There's a lot of potential in this concept.
It felt very Smallville to me.
Darker Smallville. It's darker.
But
darker.
Fakely dark. It wasn't.
Here is why you might be thinking it's Smallville. It's because hey, I'm the guy who plays the Penguin. Hey, my name's Ivy.
Shut up, Penguin.
I'm Ivy, and my hair is red like poison ivy.
I feel so poisoned, like Ivy. It feels like you've just eaten this really crappy meal, and you're like, why did I eat that meal?
By the way, Barbara Gordon, lesbian. She had a little lesbian thing on there. Did you see that shit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I told Jamie, I'm like Montoya is the question in the DC Comics.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's a known lesbian.
I forgot about that.
A very out lesbian.
But they had this thing, they had this weird
Actually,
moment.
I had a relationship with
I
that
go over
one.
to Jess, I'm like, lesbians.
Yeah.
But why? Who cares about that? Why is that anything? Hopefully,
it's just a contention point. You're like, it doesn't matter. We know that.
It's like them going, look, there's lesbians. I'm like, why is that a point in this?
Well, plus the fact that anyone that's read the comic knows that Barbara is going to marry him at some point.
And
they're going to have a child. And okay.
And then there's here's
spoilers. But it's not really a spoiler.
No, here's my biggest problem with the thing. It's not that they introduce all those people, and even Fish Mooney. Whatever. Actually, I really like Jada Pinkett Smith. I think
her character is one of my favorites.
I kind of think she could do cool stuff,
but I feel like they're gonna punk her real quick.
The problem is the police that they're showing this police day. I understand you're trying to do something corrupt. I understand the corrupt thing, and
that's the point of
rough.
Yeah.
But the first scene in the police station where a guy takes a gun out of somebody's holster and holds it to somebody's head.
That happens all the time in public safety, right?
Yeah. How your holster is never unfucking clipped. You don't walk around with it unclipped.
Well, see, Matt, it was a woman. So
no!
It makes sense, right?
You don't walk around with your holster unclipped. So him getting that gun would have been impossible. Impossible in a real PlayStation.
And he was really big. He could have just pulled it out real quick, and she was
you
like...
can't. That's what, and
plus, Matt. Okay?
That's the thing that soured me at
Matt.
first.
This is where I'm gonna squash it right here. This was in the past. It's dated.
No, but it's not
early
really.
80s.
It's not really that dated. Like I thought, it's gonna be like the 40s. No, it was like almost
the early 80s. Basically.
It did it. Was it really early 80s?
You can tell from the cars. Look at the cars.
Okay, because I was looking at the cars. I'm like, it seems like it could be modern Gotham, New York to me. You know?
Yeah. That's a wardrobe thing. They didn't really
it could be because I'm. Yeah, the wardrobe wasn't that great.
But the cars were all like 80s and 70s.
Okay,
cars.
so then the Death Sergeant dispatch people, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Why is the Death Sergeant dispatching you? This guy's like, hey, you gotta go to a call. I'm like, why? Who is this fucking guy?
GCPD had very low budget. You know, they didn't have dispatchers.
So on the police end, I was like, this is fucking terrible. But I was trying to get past that. I was like trying to breathe past it. And then Oswald Cobblepot keeps. His head
that
is
guy
like
fucking is eating scenery. He's not just shooting. He's like,
he's like the parasite.
Like you're like, okay, I get it. You're a creepy fucker. I get it, dude.
Yeah, and then he just like slashed the guy's throat. It's like, oh, I like that was okay.
I basically told it. I basically called it with Jimmy. He's gonna
he's gonna do something bad. He's gonna do something bad.
That guy.
And that's now his moral dilemma is he's saving this guy and something bad happened. I get that. But why was he so over the fucking top? He was like the Joker. I'm like, what? Stop! Like you're not the Joker.
Well, see, he's so young and vibrant, but he was also waddling at some point and doing this with his arms.
Don't call me a penguin.
Yeah,
don't call me it. I'm like, okay, can you calm down, dude? Can you take it down like 8 levels?
I do like all the people so far that we've seen from The Wire that are on this show. Like, Falcone is now Colonel Rawls on The Wire, and so. I'm like, this is like the Wire, the next generation going on.
Now, there's a lot of good character pieces. Fish Mooney, and I like Falcone. I think he could be a really good character.
No, he will. That the guy that plays him, too, is an amazing actor.
James Gordon's partner is an amazing actor, too. I can't remember his name.
Donald Logue, his name is.
I like him a lot.
Okay, the only thing bad about him, though, is every show he's been on is tanked after the first season. Look him up on IMDb.
He's a trope.
He kills shows.
He's playing a trope in this so bad.
Yeah, which is bullet. But
I'm a drunk cop that is dirty, and
well, that's the thing. Though, he's basically playing. That's Bullock's character.
Like smashing you in the face with this cop character.
He's the closest to the actual character. Whereas what I actually didn't like about this was Jim Gordon.
Yeah, a lot of people said that too.
I like how he's supposed to be this young idealistic Jim Gordon, but he's still like. He's like rough, like
he's
old Jim Gordon.
He's like Vic Mackey if
so old.
He's like Vic Mackey if he was what good? What good am I thinking of? Not chaotic good, not neutral good. Lawful good. Lawful good. Yeah. He's like lawful good Vic Mackey, you know, basically.
Which makes no sense.
Like, I'm brooding, but I will help this guy and save him.
Because Jim Gordon, like current Jim Gordon is he's a man of few words and stuff, but
he's kind of an everyman, though.
They gotta show you how he got there. He's already there. Like, they're like, oh, but he's a war hero, that's why he's like that. And you're like, no.
And they keep on war hero. They said it like 14 times. I'm like, okay. I get it. It's like, because you're a war hero, I'm like, okay. First of all, I don't... Was he in the Merchant Marines?
I also feel like off Jump Street, they're like, well, he's witnessing these bad things and letting them happen, but he'll do something eventually, and you're like, is this going to be every episode where he's just like, oh, this guy getting beat with a bat, but he's not going to press charges, so you just leave him alone, and you're like...
He can't, Mike, okay? Or he's going to get in trouble.
I just don't want it to be a trope. There's
a lot of tropes.
The Deus Ex Machina.
There's a lot of tropes. Okay, if you look at the show, that's all it is tropes. They're just like, tropes! But people you've heard of!
But it has great actors. Like, Donald Logue's great. Jada Pinkett Smith is great. I even think the guy that playing the Penguin is great for what he has to do.
People you've heard of!
But the thing is that they give him, like, okay, you gotta be a fucking snidely weasel guy.
Oh, a girl on the roof whose name is Selena, maybe.
Who's a young girl, and she's also...
And she's got these things in her head that kind of look like cat ears.
Yeah, no, but she has goggles, too. Like, you're a street urchin with goggles? Like, why do you have goggles?
That's all I'm like... Because Jeff's like, who is that? I'm like, that's fucking Catwoman.
Like, young Selena Kyle didn't dress exactly like Catwoman. Yeah. That'd be really boring.
She's been doing this for 25 and 30, 40 years.
Bigger jumpsuit time. Trying to get my bigger jumpsuit.
Oh, my leather jacket doesn't fit quite as well anymore.
Gotta get a new one. Jacket. I'll just steal this guy's wallet. Like, okay.
I did like that Alfred was like, oh, I am. I'm going to have a point.
That's actually a version of Alfred, which I liked. Yeah, that was a good choice.
I'm a chimney sweep right now.
I forgot what version of Batman that's from, but there's actually like a version where like Alfred is this like badass, like complete badass, like a SIS sniper dude.
I like him coming into his own. I like. There's a lot of characters that could be developed really well but they have to do it with kid gloves. They can't like smash people in the face.
We didn't talk about Destiny. It's already 30 minutes in.
Yeah, we can do it. We'll make another one. We'll make a Destiny podcast.
We'll do a Destiny podcast after. I have a lot of room on this. Okay.
They need to do it with a fine kid gloves. They can't just go in and smash people in the face. Like basically, Penguin right now, Oswald Cobblepot is the Hulk smash of this right now. He's like,
he's basically like a snarky.
Don't call me Penguin. Like
he's a caricature of the older, like more refined Oswald Cobblepot.
He's almost to the point of like 60s Batman TV show crazy. Yeah. Like I'm like, stop. Like okay, we got it. You know. All right, we got it. You're crazy.
Well, plus the fact that he just murdered some dude and he's back in Gotham, and that's gonna screw up things for Gordon. So that does give a nice little plot.
I'm like how they could unfold it, but at the same time, like, dude, if you don't kill that guy and he comes right back, now you're fucked.
Yeah. Plus, he's gonna have to kill that guy eventually. He's gonna have to murder him eventually. Like he's not gonna have a choice because that guy.
He can't.
I'm gonna have to arrest you, and then he'll try to slice his throat.
Because he's gonna be the Penguin later, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why it doesn't make. They should have done it with Fish Mooney.
Or like some random dude or something, you know? Yeah. That wouldn't... And also, keep going, I killed an innocent man. This is spoiler too for the one guy they framed to do it.
Spoils.
They framed to do it. I killed an innocent man. But the dude fucking shot at them and ran away and was shooting at them.
Yes. That's what I told that to Jimmy. I'm like,
he's not fucking innocent.
That guy
he fired a weapon at a police officer.
We gotta put that guy down.
That's lethal force. Yeah. That's another police thing. I'm like, they're complaining about this. Oh, I'm gonna get in trouble if they find out he's innocent.
He said we can both lose our jobs.
He shot at you. You can kill him. Yeah. That's the rule. Okay.
Plus, it wasn't like he was just like blind firing, like trying to.
That's deadly force.
Turning around and shooting.
That's goddamn deadly force.
I was like, okay, man, that's not.
He ran so they chased him. That's what you do as a cop. He shoots you, you shoot back. Yeah. That's what you do as a cop.
That's like I was kind of with it until then. I was like,
That's what it really bothered me as being a person who works with law enforcement. Like that's stupid. That's wrong. That's completely wrong. You're not gonna get in trouble for that. He shot at you.
Yeah, and
they're gonna find the bullet holes.
And he still had the gun, and he had a knife trying to stab him when they were fighting. Like, it was like.
He was shooting a gun at you. You find all the bullet holes, you're good. Okay? You can find the one from his ballistics will find the one from his gun, you're fine. Don't worry about it. We're gonna get in trouble if they find it. No, you're not.
It wasn't he wasn't like putting his hands up and surrender. He was trying to stab him with a knife and kill him.
Yeah, he ran, then he shot. Which is deadly force right there. Then knife is also deadly force. Yeah,
then also was like choking him at one point.
You're deadly force. You get shot. They're all deadly.
We could get arrested and lose our badges.
No, you can't.
There's no way that would fly.
That is actually perfectly what you're supposed to do on that. Stop choking me.
Yeah. Okay, I'll die, I guess.
I can't shoot you.
It's not against the rules. Not against the rules.
Stop stabbing me in the heart.
One more time and I'll arrest you.
I'm going to arrest you if you stop stabbing me.
Yeah, so they don't have handle on police procedure or actual people characters so far, but
they have a lot of potential.
I love the guy playing Jim Gordon. I can't remember the actor's name. Donald Logue is amazing actor.
Like I said, I like Donald Logue.
Watch Charters, by the way. Only one season, so you'll.
I like Donald Logue a lot. I think he could do a really good job in his position. I like Jada Pinkett Smith. I think.
I like the actor playing the Penguin. I just don't like how they're treating him so far. I think he has really good potential.
I feel like the problem
looks very just
the problem is the problem is where do they go with some of these?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like how he's so goddamn over the top. Like how far else could he go over the top? Yeah. You know,
and there's no Batman to stop him and put him in jail. Yeah. So
Jim Gordon's the Batman.
Yeah, exactly. Is Jim Gordon gonna don a cape or is he just gonna be no? I'm on the street.
I can see Barbara Gordon being some kind of piece where she gets maybe she gets paralyzed in one of the iterations of Batman, or is that her daughter?
The daughter gets paralyzed.
Okay.
Well, I think Barbara actually gets murdered.
I can see something bad happening to her at some point down the way.
By the way, you name your daughter the same thing as yourself. Fuck off. Come on.
Well, she's also used to be a lesbian.
Come on, yeah. Which is not in the comics anywhere.
Wink, wink. Yeah,
That's totally put in so they can be hot, steamy flashback lesbo scene.
Yeah, I can't wait for the lesbo flashback. Woo!
I can't wait till they'd be Bullock was also gay at one point. He's yeah, I used to be gay.
I used to like dudes.
Yeah, sorry, it's just how I am. I'm a good old boy and I'm a man.
Good old boy. They used to like dudes.
Sorry, guys.
Hey, Jim, kiss me on the lips like you love me. No, I can't. No.
I can't. No, just like, I can't.
He's like, he's going to have a Batman voice at some point. He's like, where are the drugs?
He's already like, yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm very
stoic.
Yeah, I'm acting here.
Stoic.
I'm doing a Ryan Gosling. I'm full Gosling.
I'm 1880s picture taker.
I'm going full Gosling right now. Full Gosling. Yeah,
I'm always,
I can't do that.
there's no smiling in my heart.
Yeah.
Even though I have a hot ass fucking girlfriend.
Like, what the?
She's like the hottest human being that ever lived. Like, I'm like this.
I'm very frowny. Because all the weight. It's all the weight on him, man. Okay?
The weight of his war.
You got anything else, man? I think
No, that was it.
Let me see.
Destiny. We'll do a Destiny cast after. We'll do like a 10-minute Destiny cast.
Yeah, it'll be short. And I'll post it separately.
Hey guys.
So Fall TV, that was part of it. Also, Blacklist, man, is back.
Blacklist was great.
Did you watch it? Yeah. That's what I said.
I gotta go home. I'm going home watching Agents of
The only thing great about Blacklist, though, for the record, is
Red Reddington.
James Spader.
Red Reddington, James Spader.
It's basically the Keystone Cops and James Spader.
Wait. Chris Ritter was pretty cool.
Oh, Christopher Ritter was great.
If you like James Spader, go back and watch Boston Legal because he is fucking hilarious.
Maybe I will.
Him and William Shatner are great in that, and Burgess Meredith.
By the way,
Burgess Meredith. What's her face?
Candice
Bergen. That's what I meant. Burgess Meredith, Candice Bergen, same person, right? I don't know why that came up, but Boston Legal is a great show. Great show.
Speaking of the chat, real quick before we go, did you see his? He had a tweet about. He said, "If Fox isn't doing anything with Firefly, they should give it back to us." And I was like, "Yes, yes,
fucking
I
right,
love you,
doggy
chat."
daddy, yeah.
On that note, Finn,
Bang,
Fum.
stay classy.
Good night, everybody.